The investigation into Tiger Woods has officially reached a breaking point. The footage is out and the world is seeing the total career meltdown of a man who once sat at the top of the sports world. There is no more room for speculation because the receipts are finally public. Tiger Woods is in the middle of a self-inflicted disaster that is taking the entire Trump family down with him. The body cam footage obtained from his recent DUI arrest is the ultimate smoking gun. It shows a man who has completely lost control of his narrative and his life. The video starts in the middle of a dark Florida night with blue and red lights reflecting off mangled metal of an SUV. This was not just a fender bender. The vehicle was flipped on its side, and the damage shows a high-impact collision that should have been fatal. But while the physical wreckage is shocking, the real damage starts the moment Tiger begins to speak. He is not talking about the crash or his health. He is talking about the most powerful man in the world. The truth is finally out about what was happening behind the scenes leading up to this catastrophe. The immediate fallout of the flipped SUV and the unedited body cam footage. The breakdown of Tiger's presidential defense while sitting in the police cruiser. The forensic analysis of the phone records proving the call with Donald Trump. The secret timeline of Tiger's romance with Vanessa Trump and the betrayal of the inner circle. The financial devastation following the breach of major sports and luxury brand contracts. The witness statements from the scene that expose the truth about Tiger's state of mind. The final career meltdown and the ultimate price of the presidential cover-up. The camera does not lie and the footage is crystal clear. Tiger Woods is sitting in the back of a police cruiser and his behavior is nothing short of erratic. He is sweating and his eyes are heavy and he keeps repeating the same name over and over again, Donald Trump. This is not a man who is confused about where he is. This is a man who thinks his connections make him untouchable. The receipts show that Tiger was driving at speeds that were double the legal limit when he lost control of his vehicle. The forensic report from the scene proves there were no brake marks on the pavement. He did not even try to stop. He simply drove off the road and flipped his life upside down. When the officers first approached the vehicle, they found Tiger trapped in the driver's seat. He was not asking for a doctor, he was asking for his phone. He told the officers that he had just been on the call with the former president and that he needed to get back to him. The officers on the scene recorded every single word of this interaction. Tiger claimed that Trump was apologetic for comments he had made regarding Tiger's golf career and his fading performance on the green. This was not just a casual conversation. Tiger was using the President of the United States as his alibi for why he was behind the wheel in that condition. The contract proves that Tiger is bound by strict morality clauses with his remaining sponsors, but this footage has rendered those contracts worthless. The truth is that Tiger was trying to leverage a political relationship to escape a criminal charge. In the footage, you can hear the officer asking Tiger to step out of the car for a field sobriety test. Tiger refuses. He tells the officer that he is too important and that his friend in Mar-a-Lago will make sure this all goes away. This is the behavior of a villain who thinks the rules do not apply to him, but the law did not care about his friends. The police reports confirm that Tiger failed every single physical test on that road. He could not stand straight and he could not follow the light with his eyes. While he was stumbling, he kept insisting that Trump was on his side. He claimed that the two of them were planning a major business move that would change the face of golf forever. But the real bombshell was yet to come. As the officers searched the wreckage of the SUV, they found more than just golf clubs and empty containers. They found a secondary cell phone that belonged to a woman named Vanessa Trump. For months, people have wondered why Tiger was spending so much time in certain political circles. Now we know. The receipts show that Tiger has been in a secret and highly controversial relationship with Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife. This is a betrayal of the highest order within the Trump inner circle. Vanessa Trump was supposed to be part of the family legacy, but instead, she has been caught up in the middle of Tiger's downward spiral. The logs from that secondary phone prove that Tiger and Vanessa were in constant contact for the 48 hours leading up to the crash. The truth is that they were together just minutes before he got behind the wheel. This was not a meeting with the former president. This was a high-stakes romantic entanglement that went horribly wrong. The evidence shows that Tiger was not just under the influence of substances, but he was under the influence of a toxic environment. Vanessa Trump's involvement adds a layer of deceit that Tiger cannot recover from. Donald Trump Jr. has reportedly been blindsided by this revelation. The legal documents from the divorce and the subsequent family agreements prove that Vanessa was supposed to keep a low profile regarding her dating life to protect the family brand. By linking herself to Tiger Woods during a DUI meltdown, she has violated every agreement she had with the Trump family. The footage shows Tiger screaming Vanessa's name while he is being handcuffed. He tells the police that they are ruining a relationship that is meant to save his career, but the only thing being ruined is his reputation. The financial forensics of this situation are even more devastating. Tiger's brand was already on shaky ground after his previous scandals, but this is the final nail in the coffin. We have obtained the internal memos from his primary equipment sponsors, and the verdict is unanimous. They are terminating his contracts effective immediately. The loss is estimated to be over $85 million in guaranteed income over the next 3 years. The contracts show that any arrest involving a motor vehicle and a substance is an automatic termination event. Tiger knew the risks, but he chose to gamble his legacy on a night of chaos and a secret affair. The truth is finally out, and there is no coming back from this. In the second half of the footage, the situation gets even darker. Tiger is at the station and he is being processed. He is no longer the confident athlete the world knows. He is a broken man who is trying to bargain with the legal system. He tells the processing officer that if they let him go, he will give them inside information on the Trump campaign. He claims that his relationship with Vanessa has given him access to files and conversations that the public was never supposed to hear. This is a level of manipulation that proves Tiger is the ultimate villain of this story. He was willing to sell out his supposed friends and his romantic partner just to avoid a night in a jail cell. But the officers did not bite. They kept the cameras rolling and they recorded every desperate plea. The witness statements from the scene of the crash further bury Tiger's defense. A local resident who was one of the first people on the scene testified that Tiger was trying to hide his phones in the bushes before the police arrived. He was more concerned with covering up his tracks than he was with the fact that he had just survived a near-fatal accident. This proves premeditation. This proves he knew exactly what he was doing, and he knew the trouble he was in. He was not a victim of a medical episode as his lawyers initially claimed. He was a man trying to hide a massive scandal involving the most famous family in America. The receipts from the hospital show that Tiger's blood alcohol level was nearly 3 times the legal limit. There were also traces of prescription medication that were never supposed to be mixed with alcohol. This is a repeat of his past mistakes, but this time the stakes are much higher. He wasn't just a golfer on a bender. He was a man deeply embedded in a political web that is now unraveling because of his own recklessness. Vanessa Trump has already gone into hiding. Her legal team has issued a statement that tries to distance herself from the incident, but the phone records tell a different story. The logs proved she was the last person he called before the crash. The truth is that she was the one he was arguing with when he lost control of the vehicle. The war between the Woods camp and the Trump camp is just beginning. The former president is reportedly furious that his name was used as a get-out-of-jail-free card. The contracts between Tiger and the Trump golf courses are being reviewed by a team of 50 lawyers. They are looking for any way to scrub his name from their properties. Tiger is no longer an asset. He is a liability. The footage of him sitting in that cell talking about his presidential connections is being used by his enemies to prove that he is a danger to himself and others. The hero in this story is the evidence itself. It is the body cam that didn't stop recording and the phone logs that couldn't be deleted. Tiger's legal team tried to block the release of this video for weeks. They filed motions in 3 different counties to keep this footage under wraps. They claimed it was a violation of his privacy and that it would bias a jury. But the judge ruled that the public had a right to see the conduct of a man who has received millions of dollars in public support and endorsements. The truth could not be hidden. Once the video hit the server, it was over for Tiger Woods. The footage shows him trying to bribe an officer with a signed set of clubs and access to a private tournament. It is pathetic, and it is a clear sign of a career in total meltdown. As we look at the wreckage of the SUV, we have to look at the wreckage of the man. Tiger Woods had every opportunity to fix his image. He was given more second chances than any athlete in history, but he chose to enter a world of political games and secret affairs. He thought he could drive through life at 100 miles an hour and never hit a wall. But the wall is here, and it is made of hard facts and legal receipts. The cost of his lies is his entire legacy. He will never be seen as the champion again. He will be seen as the man in the back of a police car screaming about Donald Trump while his life fell apart around him. The final forensic report suggests that the vehicle was traveling so fast that it airborne for over 30 feet before it hit the embankment. This was an act of pure negligence. Tiger was not just a driver, he was a weapon. The fact that no one else was hurt or unalived in this accident is a miracle, but the legal consequences are coming, and they are going to be severe.